guys. Thanks everyone out there. Hey, Doug, I think we got the remote switched. I had them both at one point. We need to mark them just so we know. Hang on, let's see if this works. Oh, yeah, that's the right one. Okay. All righty, everyone. Happy Tuesday. We can have our team meetings again because Penny is back. Penny is back from her beautiful vacation. Happy belated birthday, Penny. A little shout out to our Penny girl over there. All right, guys, we have a lot of exciting stuff today. Thank you for joining us. I know we were scheduled for our regularly scheduled broker updates for this team meeting. Simon had something that came up that needed his attention. And so luckily, our amazing Richard Chung has some really exciting mindset stuff that he's going to be sharing with you guys today. So you're in for a real treat. It's going to be an exciting one. But let's kick it off and let's just get started. First off, shout out to all of our birthdays. Big round of applause. Happy birthday to our Shamrock babies. Happy birthday to our Shamrock babies. Your name's on the list. Exciting to celebrate you. Israel. Israel, good to see you. Stand up. Good to see you. Welcome to the office. Israel is related to the amazing Jasmine Duran. Yes, yes. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
To make a business and a future for myself. And I speak 3 languages, English, Spanish, and Italian.
Wow, English, Spanish, and Italian. If you guys have triple language threat, there you go. Welcome to the team, Israel. Big round of applause for Israel. He's got some good real estate DNA in those genes. Thank you. Glad to have you. So excited. All right, who saw the big announcement that happened yesterday? Yes? No? Maybe so? If you guys are news junkies, and you follow real estate trends and media, which you all should, it's really important to go on and set your Google search parameters. Look at some of those things. It's important to know all the businesses and ins and outs to our company. But yesterday it was announced by Gary Keller. I actually had the privilege to be on an early morning Zoom at 7 a.m. on Monday. That was fun. Anyways, long and short of it is Keller Williams has now taken on a private strategic partner outside of Keller Williams, which is Stone Point Financial. What they are is they're an investment firm that basically goes in and invests in large scale businesses. So this business is not new to real estate whatsoever. You guys, they invest in the largest companies that are real estate technology and brands. So has anyone heard of like CoreLogic? Has anyone logged into Lone Wolf or your Zip Forms on Zoom? These are all companies that they're in business with. So basically what has happened is Gary Keller's announced this. What's happening? Gary's not going anywhere. He joked, in fact, on the 7 a.m. Zoom that they're going to now lock him into a room and make him teach classes and build more building blocks of education and much, much, much more books on the way in the future. So I know that's an exciting part of like what he's looking forward to. What does this really mean for you as agents, though? That's the important part. This is news, very important news, industry changing news, at least for us here at Keller Williams. But what does that mean for you guys? It's going to mean more resources. Our company now has a large influx of money to be able to invest literally back into their agents. So that's really exciting. Secondly, it's obviously the benefit of being aligned with someone who is a brokerage or who has invested in brokerage technologies, because there's going to be exciting things on the forefront, I'm sure, coming from that partnership as well. This, Stefan and I were just talking about this yesterday, brings a lot of new potential strategies for wealth building and other investment opportunities that we did not have being held as a private company and as a private owner, right? So there's a lot of things on the forefront that can come for being an agent, a lot of opportunities from this. Really, what stays the same, our culture is still here. We have a new CEO. The guy has been, I'm sorry, the name is escaping me right now. Chris, thank you, Chris. That comes from Stone Point that comes from their organization and went through the whole career visioning process. They talked about Gary Keller, took about 6 months or so above and beyond. So if you guys have any more questions, there's a lot of frequently asked questions like, how's this going to affect you guys? I think it's just important to note it's not really affecting much on the day-to-day, but future effect could be very grand because it means a lot more opportunities. But if you guys want, scan the QR code. There's some more facts KWRI put out for us. Any other questions or like comments about this? I know, Stefan, you follow this frequently. Do you have any comments kind of about the opportunity here, what your perspective is, or Richard, for example?
The other larger companies in the marketplace are publicly held companies, Anywhere, Berkshire Hathaway, and so they have larger influxes of cash. And so I think just going forward strategically to remain competitive, Gary made the decision to, for the first time in 40 years, bring in outside capital. And hats off to him for that, right? He's built a 1,000 office, 150,000 agent plus company, using his resources for that, for the most part. And when competing against, again, the publicly traded companies, that's an uphill battle. So now bringing on this strategic partner with, oodles of cash, it can only mean positive things for us going forward. So I'm excited to see what the next 30, 60, 90 days looks like. 2025 is supposed to be the year of acquisitions. Are there companies out there that we might now go acquire? Who was I speaking? Oh, Omar. Omar told me the other day that he was loyal to growth. He thought he was just saying that in passing. He didn't know that I've used that 9 times since he said, I give you credit every time I say it. Right? He's loyal to growth. And so I think that resonates here, right? To continue the growth of the company. I don't know too many problems that aren't solved with more cash. Anybody?
Right.
So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too.
Me too. I love that. Anyone else? Any other comments, questions? Again, if you want to chat more one-on-one on this, myself, Manny, Simon, I know Stefan follows this very frequently. I know Richard has been following it as well. So if any of you guys want to have more of a chat about what it means, otherwise, as of right now, everything's still the same. As new stuff starts to roll out, we're definitely going to let you guys know. Keep you posted, okay? Great. Next week, just a reminder, family reunion market stats. I just want to do a little plug before I lose any of y'all. Manny's going to be going over all the family reunion slides and market stats that Gary went over. And we have a lot of insight to share with you guys. So make sure this next team meeting, you mark it on your calendars that you can be here. It's going to be a really, really good one, full of lots of action items. All of those slides are opportunities to be able to take a photo or have a conversation with our clients, okay? They're all very relevant information to what we're doing today, but also very relevant information for them. Keller Williams spends thousands of dollars on making sure that those are prepared by the highest and best graphics people with the highest and best data that they can find from the economists. So they're all things that you guys get as a benefit to being our agent here. So make sure you're tuning into that. So come next Tuesday, and Manny's going to be able to share. Next up, I want to welcome up our ALC for 2025, whom after we were talking about all of the amazing opportunities that we have with our committees and getting involved with the ALC, understanding what that is, wanted to come up and share a little bit about who they are. So if you guys want to take a moment and start walking on up here, I'd love to welcome up the 2025 ALC. You guys, please give them a big round of applause. Come on up here. Great. And so right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little minute. We'll start right there, right near the top. We'll start with Richard there, and then we'll go to Brandy. We'll do a nice little zigzag. I'll speak for Rob, who couldn't make it today. And you guys can just pass along the microphone. Did someone get that from Doug? Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Yeah. You guys can just pass along. We'll start with Richard, and you guys can pass it in a zigzag order. But what they're going to do right now is give us a couple minutes about what the committees are that they're chairing and how you guys can get involved. So go ahead, take it off, Richard.
Richard Chung, Career Development. If any of you want to get involved, come talk to me.
What does career development mean? What does that mean?
I mean, without sounding so stupid, developing your career. But I guess in more detail, I mean, I think one of the things that I'm fortunate enough to bring is just experience from building businesses out, even outside of real estate. If you're really wanting to look into, okay, how can I turn this more into a business rather than a real estate agent? I think this will be a great opportunity for you to learn and also contribute as well if you've got experience in that area as well.
That's awesome. Thank you, Richard, for your leadership. Round of applause for Richard. All right, next up, let's go to Brandy. Let's zigzag. Miss Brandy.
I know, right?
What happened?
Clone.
We'll fix it later.
Okay, so I am Brandy Adair. I am heading the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee on our ALC. And my committee is going to be in charge of all the fun things to make sure that all of our agents feel included. Things like Women's History Month, Black History Month, Filipino Heritage Month. There's something for every single month. And so I really need a lot of help to be able to plan something meaningful for all of those events.
Awesome. Thank you, Brandy. Very important. Thank you, Brandy. Okay, we can go. Let's why don't you go to Drakey? There you go.
Yo, everybody. I'm Drake. And I am the party manager. It's called Culture. And that's one of the great things that really distinguishes Keller Williams from the lesser. And lesser is exactly what they are. So I have been involved with culture for this company, oh my God, for 20 years this year. So if you have any interest or have any ideas on something fun to do to really bond together and really increase even more camaraderie, I would love to hear from you. I've got a whole entire, I have so many ideas that we've done in the past, and there's a lot of things that I would like to bring back to the office because there's so much new blood here. So if you have an opportunity or have an interest, I would love for you to reach out and you and I can put something fun together. I'm gonna throw it out there that lady back there, can you wave your hand? Yeah, that one. Yeah, no, the other one.
Not Gus.
That's Deborah Bell. She's my work wife. We actually have something coming up that Doug needs to get on the calendar, but yeah, it's coming up. But I have a lot of ideas, so I would love to hear your ideas because maybe I've already got something planned for it. So please reach out, send me an email, send me a text, whatever it is. But I would love to have you on the Culture Committee.
That's great. Thank you, Drakey. Round of applause. All right, let's go to other Brandy, and then we'll go to
I am also Brandy Adair, but I'm going to use my AKA, which is Janet Darrow. I am in charge of two committees this time. Number one, luxury. Number two is tech. So luxury, let's figure out how we can get more luxury listings. What does it mean to be a luxury agent? If you have interest in anything that is in LA County over $1.8 million, you need to talk to me and get on the committee. Tech is basically, let's explore AI and how that can help us. And let's look at all the things that Keller Williams has to offer us. We can go any direction you want. If you have ideas and things that you want to know more about tech that we can bring to you, come and join the tech committee.
Awesome. Thank you, Janet. Round of applause. Stelios, and then we'll go Stefan last.
See you looking at my microphone. Stelios Zumbarakis, it will surprise you all to know that Stelios Zumbarakis, not ski. It's a lot of vowels. We learn them quickly in my house. Surprise you all to know that I am in charge of the commercial portion of the ALC. And we want to talk about how commercial can help you meet your goals, whether they were by GSI or sides or things of that sort. If you don't know, the average fee in this office is between $10,000 and $20,000 per transaction. If I take that at a 25% referral fee, it's an $80,000 net fee for the office. And working the math all the way out, that's about a $1.3 million sale for you for us, which equates to about a 5-unit apartment building. So if you have interest in getting help on meeting some of your goals on the commercial side, meet with me monthly and we can talk about how to talk to your sphere and get that done for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Stel. So excited. Excited to have your leadership. Stefan.
I'm Stefan Carradine. I'm not sure who the guy is in the photo, but what do they call that? There's a term for that? I'm in charge of, or the committee I'm leading is growth. And as the name implies, it is about increasing your business and our business overall as a market center. And we do that in really 2 ways. One is recruiting agents and training agents and retaining agents. That's all one thing. And the other thing is everybody increasing their own individual business. And so if in 2024 you did 12 sides, the goal in 2025 is to do 13 plus sides. So any contribution or thoughts you have on how we can better serve you as agents, which is part of retention, which is also similar to what we would do to recruit, please reach out. Let's connect and collaborate. As Drake said, one of the advantages that we have, it's nice to see where your money goes. Everybody agree with that, right? We can all look around and see one place our money goes. It's to our shelter here at the office. And so that's an advantage for us in the marketplace, right? To collectively use the space. Richard and his group had a catered special lunch breakfast this morning. It's really nice. I think there's leftovers in it. No. Right? So take advantage of the office. Host events, do seminars, do classes, anything, right? This is something we have that a lot of companies don't. Let's take advantage of it. So any thoughts on growth, any ideas, reach out. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Stefan. So again, each of you may be sitting out here wondering, how this is valuable to you and how you can get involved. And really the question is just this, do you want to keep giving back to our amazing community and culture? And if so, get involved with these people and help serve on these committees. It could be something as simple as sitting down and having a conversation about a new program that maybe we need to bring. Maybe it was an amazing speaker or a class that we've had, or maybe it's an idea to celebrate an amazing culture that we have in our office here and create a fun event around that. So any of these have opportunities. Talk to each ALC member if you're not sure what it means. If you want to learn a little bit more, please, you guys connect with them after the team meeting. They're here to help and serve you. Each one of them has the biggest, most servant leader hearts ever and really cares about this office. So I'm excited to get you guys involved. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your leadership. All right, next up, let's bring up our featured sponsors. You guys have maybe recognized some beautiful signs up here. Jaime, what do you have for us? Come on up here. You guys, big round of applause. Jaime. And thank you for those little sandwiches. They love them.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm with Rapido Signs. We're kind of like the new kid on the block, yes and no. We've been catering to this industry for the past 15 years. We just recently moved to Long Beach, literally 10 minutes away. If you guys haven't swung by our store, you guys should swing by. We have really nice product on hand for you guys to pick up. We have all the sign supplies, the frames, the H stands. We also carry generic Keller Williams branded open house signs. So rather than going to the board and getting the standard red and white signs, we have them branded with the Keller Williams. So swing on by, pay us a visit. As a matter of fact, Stefan, you look familiar. Success, C21, I remember. It's been a long time. Yeah. So we're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and we are effective immediately opening up on Saturdays, 9 to 1. Anything you guys need, by all means, swing by, pay us a visit. When it comes to signage, and if you guys want to place an order, keep in mind that the turnaround time is 5 business days. Okay, so if you need them in a hurry, less than that, a rush fee will apply. So I suggest you kind of get the marketing in order, right?
That's great. Do we need to provide, thank you very much. Question, do we need to provide all the graphics and materials, or is that something that you guys can help provide them?
Take them. If not, we'll design it for you.
Oh, great,
We
great.
have designers that'll put your signs together and we send you a proof for approval before we print.
I love that.
Yes, ma'am.
Having lost a lot of my A-frame signs to the little breeze that came by this weekend, that's like a lower profile type of sign.
This is like the Cadillac of signs. This one will not fall over.
Okay.
But then again, I do have another metal frame sign.
Mhm.
That sucker's pretty heavy duty. The wind won't knock it over. At my showroom, we have a pretty big store. You guys, if you're in the area, swing on by. We have all the samples, the stands, the materials, tons of neat stuff you guys can check out. But I recommend if you have time, swing by and you can compare them. But this one will not fall over. Neither would the other metal one. But the PVC ones, like that one over there, yeah, it'll fall over, unfortunately. Okay.
Good question. Does anyone else have any other questions? Individual sign packages, Chris and Stefan?
Where are you?
We are at 3909 East Anaheim Street.
Had to look it up. You're next to Brazilian Glow Spa.
Yes.
Think down
Right.
what?
Termino.
Good
Yeah,
one.
so we're pretty close by.
Good one. Stefan?
The postcards, that's not the postage. It's just
That's just the postcards themselves, yeah.
Great.
So we do all the printing on paper, business cards, postcards, trifolds, letterheads, envelopes, water bottle labels. So we pretty much cover it all. Okay.
I love that background.
Without the E,
Like that.
F-O-R,
Doug,
We gotta get one
mute.
in here.
L, instead of F.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. If there's no other questions, thank you very much. Oh, you're going to do a raffle. Oh,
We're gonna do a raffle for those of you who didn't show up late. So
okay.
we're gonna raffle off that key over there.
Oh, fun. There you go.
Wake everybody up.
Oh,
Quick, I'm Yasmin. I'm part of the Signs at Rapido team. These little brochures that you see in front of you is our installation service. Along with the marketing materials, we also offer the installation service. Just for you guys to know, standard is $43. That's a standard installation for it to go up and come back down. And
It covers the up and the down.
it covers the up and the down for the $43. It's typically 48 hours from the following day that you request it. But if you want a quicker turnaround time, I always suggest to go to rapidsigninstallation.com. It's a 2 easy step. You literally just follow these instructions and you're in. But what sets us apart from other companies is that if you pick up the phone and you call us, you'll get somebody live. I don't know if some of you experienced in the past that you try to reach out and by the time they get back to you, it's days or email only. So we're readily available. We've been in the business for 20 years. So give us a try. Check us out. And we store your signs for free as long as you use us as your installation service. Yes.
Do you have an open house sign, takedown and removal service?
We do not. Unfortunately, we do not.
good question. Any others? You gonna pull your thing and then we'll move on?
Yes.
So
let's
prop
go.
key.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead, we'll
Okay.
Give you the honors.
I'm not looking.
There you go.
Leslie. Oh, yeah. Leslie Gambas. There you go. Very cute. I think there's some mentees who might get a fun little sign to use sometimes. Thank you very much again, you guys. Jaime's always done wonderful with our signs. I know he's ordered a lot of them. You'll see lots of agents' names up here. He does it very fast, very quick, and very, very affordable. So great, guys. Next up, let's celebrate our closings that we've had from this last week. Wonderful to see such a long list. We have Cliff, we have Stefan, we have Anthony, Kendra Miller ×3, Tim ×2. Way to go, Tim. The Manutian Group, Shannon Jones team, Lior and Adi, Esty and Shira, Marie, Trevor, Larry, Cindy, Emilio, Richard and the green team, and Ortal. What does that equal? 27 million. $66,449. So impressive, you guys. Congratulations. Nice, good, strong week right at the end of the month. Let's take a look at our new listings. Allison Van Wyck has a listing 3149 East 63rd Street in Long Beach. It's listed at $699,900, 2-bed, 1-bath. There's another listing, 5922 Whitewood Avenue in Lakewood. It's listed for $799,900, 3-bed, 1-bath. Ron Ellison has a listing out in Garden Grove, a 13170 Ferndale Drive. It's listed for $598,888, and it's a 2-bed, 1.5 bath. Joni, you want to pitch your listing?
Oh, I love Leisure World. Leisure World, this one's listed at, oh my gosh, 355.
355.
Sorry, can't see that far. It just came on the market. We're getting a lot of action on it. It is super cute. It's an interior unit, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, about 750 square feet, and has that big L-shaped patio lanai for Southern California living. Send your old folks. I'd love to see them.
Congrats, Joni.
Cash only. This is a co-op, and there are financial eligibility requirements. So if that is the financial eligibility is attached as a supplement in the listing.
Great.
If you have questions,
Joni.
call me. I live there.
Congrats, girly. Kendra has a new listing, 150 the Promenade North, unit 511 in Long Beach. It's listed for $599,500, 2-bed, 2-bath. Judy Vasquez has a new listing, 516 East Imperial Avenue, right by the airport in El Segundo, 1.2499, 3-bed, 4-bath. Lior has a listing, 21400 Burbank Boulevard, unit number 119 in Woodland Hills. It's listed for $536, 2-bed, 2-bath. Beautiful listing in Big Bear with Lior, 39607 Forest Road. It's a 5-bed, 3-bath, listed for $1.399, so just under 1.4. Jerry is a listing with Anthony up in Los Angeles, 370 Santa Rosalita Drive, 216 in Los Angeles, $479,999, 1-bed, 1-bath. Dinos, you want to pitch your lease listing?
I don't know what's going on here, but I'll take him. I got another lease listing. It's in my farm, so I'm very happy. My sign is up.
Congrats.
I feel like this is a really good deal, guys. I know it says $3,100, but the owner is going to pay all of your utilities. So you figure you knock off a couple of $100 there, so it's $2,900, and it is super clean. This guy has spared no expense, hired the best painters. It's so clean. It's toothbrush ready. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, just shy of 1,000 square feet. It's on Giralda, which is a really nice street. It's wide. There's plenty of parking. 350 feet from the water. You can't beat it. It has a 1-car garage, inside laundry, and it comes with all the appliances. So I put the sign up, and I mean, almost immediately started getting a bunch of calls. So I'm sure it's going to go fast.
Good job. Well, I think everyone here was impressed the more and more you kept saying that it included.
Yeah.
Great job.
It includes a lot.
Great job. Congrats, Dinos. All right, everyone, open up to the room. Any listings to pitch, buyer needs that you have, please reminder, make sure you say your first and last name. That way people out on Zoom can hear who's speaking and they can contact you guys. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Heidi with the Heidi and Leslie team. We have 2 listings that are incoming soon right now. They'll both go live on Friday.
Congrats.
The first one is a 2-bedroom condo in Huntington Beach at Seabridge condo community off of Adams and Beach, if you're familiar. It's really cute. It's actually my grandma's, so we're super excited. We're moving her into a nice little place for her. But anyways, it's all original, but kept in really great shape. It's got a little stream out in the backyard. It's got its own garage. And if you're familiar with the community, it's got a couple of pools, tennis courts, dog park, all the amenities. The HOA is about $675, so it's a pretty good deal to live in Huntington Beach. We'll have an open house this weekend as well. And then we have our other listing coming up in Bixby Knolls on Friday as well. 2-bedroom, 2-bath as well. Has the primary bedroom with the bath, full bath inside the primary bedroom. All updated, brand new kitchen, counters, cabinets, all new appliances, fully secured. Downstairs, there's 2 parking spots in the underground garage. It's off of Elm Street. So anyways, in Huntington Beach, where it's being offered for, I'm forgetting about all the stuff. Okay, $760 is what the Huntington Beach condo is going for, and the one in Bixby Knolls is going for $450. Well, $449. So see me after if you have any potential buyers.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Congrats. Who else in the room? Listings to pitch, buyer needs. Nathan.
Hi, this is Nathan Horn. I have a listing coming live tomorrow. It is on 1375 St. Louis Avenue in Long Beach, California. We're thinking about listing the property at 675. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a detached garage. The lot is 6,500 square feet, and it's zoned R2, so you can build another unit and an ADU on top of that. Thank you.
Congrats, Nathan. That's awesome. Great job. Great work. Super good. Who else? Anyone else? Listing to pitch, buyer needs. My girl Janet over here. She's always got something to pitch. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Okay, this is kind of old news, but my 3600 East 4th Street, number 304. We're in multiple offers, but you still have time to get an offer in right now on that one. And that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo at the top floor. But if you don't make it to that one, I've got another one coming up in the same building, right next door, as a matter of fact, top floor. And so that'll be coming on probably in April. And then I've got it coming soon, University Park Estates, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, gorgeous, new roof, etc.
New skylight? Is that the same one?
New skylight.
New skylight, new roof.
New water heater.
It's got a lot of news. I love that. Good job. Anyone else? Listings a pitch, buyer needs. All right, all right. Well, without any further ado, I'd like to bring up Richard Chung here to talk a little bit about the unstoppable mindset. Richard, come on up here. Play the video. Huh? About 20 minutes or so. Yeah, you're fine. You're good. Let me know when you're ready to play the video.
So I want to start off by actually sharing a video. I shared this video with our team on Monday morning. It's actually a video I used to share quite a bit. And what I'd like for you guys to do, if you're able to, take some mental notes, even write down some notes. I'd love to hear your takeaways from this video. So we're going to go and play this.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.
What happens when you're a gazelle and you're not being pushed, you're not being prodded, you're not given a reward, nobody's encouraging you? What happens when you're a gazelle and the lion's not chasing you anymore? You stop running. But what happens when you're a lion? When you're a lion, it does not make a difference. You realize that if your family is going to eat, that if that pack of lions is to survive, then you gotta go hunt. A part of being a beast just ain't eating a gazelle. A part of being a beast is the hunts. It's the hunt that they're excited about. They like to see the gazelles run. Then boom, they take off. Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process.
A true hunter's goal is not the prize. A true hunter's goal is to hunt. That's what they live for. They live to hunt. They don't just live to catch it. It's the whole process. When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time, you go by the gazelle. When you are a true hunter, you hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another.
If you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do, be what you say you're gonna be, you're gonna have to lion me out.
You a gazelle, you gonna come up short. You a gazelle, you gonna have an average experience. You a student, I need you in lion mode. You an entrepreneur, I need you in lion mode. You trying to lose weight, lion mode. You can't do nothing significant in gazelle mode, nothing. Nothing impressive happens in gazelle mode. Nothing happens in run mode, give up mode, quit mode, scared mode, fearful mode, nothing happens. Everything happens in lion mode like I'm coming to get you.
I'd like to hear 3 takeaways from 3 people from this video. What did you get from this? Love the process. Love the process. Tell me more about that.
So it's not just about getting the prize. You have to be able to do things repetitively in a disciplined manner. Just keep doing the same thing without getting bored.
It could be a very boring business, can't it? And he talks about it in other words, the hunt. The hunt. Brandy. I'm sorry? Be in love with it. Yeah. Yeah. One more takeaway.
Don't be passive.
Don't be passive. Tell me about that.
The gazelle represents passivity, and so for gazelle, the DEI, not doubt, I guess.
Okay.
I guess they're grazers, they're not hunters, which makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I want to touch upon 3 different things. And I love it. We're going to touch upon all these things. 3 different points in this video. And this is why I love it. You know, and maybe this kind of stuff isn't your cup of tea. That's okay. But there's some good takeaways on this. Number 1, the lion is not the biggest, it's not the fastest, it's not the smartest animal in the jungle, but he's the king. What is the difference? It's the mindset. So a lot of us, we can be in this business thinking to ourselves, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the smartest, I'm not the quickest when I handle an objection, I'm not the best when it comes to contracts, I'm not the best talker out there. Maybe, you know what? I would say in almost every listing appointment that I've been in, I've actually told the seller, I am not the best real estate agent out there. You can easily find an agent that is better than I am, that is more successful than I am. Now, am I shooting myself in the foot by saying that? Maybe. Perhaps I am. I'm actually just putting it out there. But I know, and they know, that it's my mindset that still gets the job done. It's the way that you approach it. I'll tell you a funny story. Now, I'm going to share with you guys something that I don't think anybody in this room knows about me. You guys excited? Everybody's ears are out. What is this that nobody knows about Richard Chung? I have scars on the front of my head and the back of my head. Now, I know some of you guys, when I first meet you, I see your eyes look up. You're like, wondering, where did you get these scars from? When I was 16 years old, I was involved in a car accident. I broke my C2 spine, which is number 2 right here. I could have been either, instantly killed or paralyzed from the neck down. Took me about 6 months in a halo with 4 screws on each corner of my head, and I still have these scars to prove it. And I had that on for 6 months of my life, my teenage years. Now, it came a time where, I was going to a local church and there was a church camp. And I wanted to go to this church camp because all my friends were going. And this is about 5 months inside at home. I didn't go to school. A teacher had to come to my house after school, and I get homeschooled. And I just was so stir crazy that I wanted to get out. So I finally, I don't know how, convinced my mom to let me go to this camp. One of my friends had to actually clean the screws and disinfect it 3 times a day for me to even be so that it wouldn't get infected. Now, at this camp, I didn't just go to this camp, but they had a basketball court there. I know I love basketball. And I hadn't played basketball in about 5 months. And there was a kid there that I used to always punk and beat in basketball. His name was Jimmy. And he actually said, oh yeah, now I can beat you now. I can beat you now. I said, no, let's go. Let's go right now. If you Google search what it looks like to have a halo on. I mean, I play basketball. I couldn't actually even look up. So the rebounds happened like this. I would just scan for the rebound. Where's the rebound? And I would literally go get the ball and play. Now, I won one-on-one. I beat him. Now, that can tell you one of 2 things. Either the guy really sucks at basketball. Kind of did. It wasn't very good. Uh, but for me, it was, I didn't care about my inability. I just, my son and I, we watched a movie called Unstoppable. Have you guys seen that? It's about a wrestler with one leg out of ASU. Here's the one thing that we know. People that are blind or they are deaf or whatever disability that they may have, their other senses or other parts of them physically are much stronger to make up for their weakness. Well, it's okay to have a weakness. It's okay to not be as good at something. It's okay. What can you do? How can you go all in on your strengths? It starts with mindset. And I think one of the worst things that an agent can do or an entrepreneur can do is to let a limiting mindset inside of your brain. It's to let the negative mindset, the victim mindset inside of your mind. That is one of the worst things that you can do. So it really comes down to this. Now, look, how about approach? When an elephant approaches a lion, what do they think? Yeah. And vice versa, they think run. How are you approaching your listing appointments? How are you approaching your open houses? I talked to quite a few agents about open houses, and I asked them this: how many appointments did you get? They said, oh, I didn't get any appointments, but I had a lot of leads. I'm going to follow up with them. Well, how many times did you ask for an appointment? Oh, no, I'm going to follow up with them. I'll tell you this right now. If you approach every open house thinking to yourself, I spent an hour setting up these signs, it was 90 degrees outside, the only way that it's worth it is I get an appointment. And you approach every open house with the mindset of getting an appointment, you will walk out with far more appointments than not. It is that mindset. When you approach a seller and say, I am the best darn agent for this job, and you approach it with that mindset, you will get that listing agreement signed more oftentimes than not. It also comes down to even how you approach a seller with questions. How you approach a seller when you prospect. Now, I can do it one of two ways. I can say, Omar, if you ever need anything, give me a call. I'm right here. Here's my card. Doug approached me and asked me, do you have a business card? I don't have a business card. I never carry business cards because my job is not to give up my contact information. My job is to collect contact information. So my approach, my mindset when I approach somebody like this is never going to be, hey, let me know if you need anything. Guess what happens then? It's dead. They never call you. They never let you know. My approach is, Omar, how can I help you? Why don't we schedule a time? Let's get together and talk. No, I'm not, I don't know. That's okay. It's okay if you don't know. I'd like to be the one to help you make a decision. What day works best for you? And we're thinking in our minds, I'm going to get an appointment or I'm going to go hungry. I'm going to get a sale or I'm going to starve. I'm not going to survive in the jungle if I don't get an appointment. There's no plan B. Now, I know Ray Lewis is a little bit more louder and more motivational than I am, but I'm telling you guys right now, that's the mindset I think we need to have in order to be successful, not just in real estate, but in business. And here's why. Real estate is very hard. How many of you guys agree? The biggest lie is someone telling you, oh, real estate is easy. Anybody can do it. Just do an open house every week and you'll be fine. Well, look, that works. That works too as well. But real estate is really, really hard. You have to be so much stronger with your mindset to survive in this business. It's just not for the weak. I'll just be very upfront with you about it. It's not for everybody. We all know that, right? It is not for everybody. Selling real estate is hard, but there's a process to it. Love the process. I've been in this business, I don't like to throw my years and, because I don't know, maybe that makes me feel old, or I just feel like I don't want a year drop, like a name dropping, but it's been a long time. I remember what those first 12 months was like. I really do. There were times in the car I couldn't even face my own family because I felt like I was a failure. And I would just sit and wait in the car until I mustered up enough courage just to even walk into the house because I felt like I wasn't bringing anything home. I understand it's not easy. It's very, very difficult. But now if I look back, I'm so glad that nobody handed me anything. I'm so glad that nobody said, Richard, here's 50 leads, just call them. I'm so glad. I know we're in this world where a lot of people are trying to attract you. I'll give you leads. I'll give you leads. I'll give you leads. You will not love the process as much. When it comes easy to you, it becomes less lovable. It is not going to be easy. Embrace it. Embrace that it's not easy. And I'm telling you, I've seen it. I've experienced it. It's been very, very difficult to get to this point. Now, I guess I'm considered a higher producing agents. So, and people will ask me, oh, it must be so much easier now. It must be so nice now. I'll tell you guys this, the moment I become less hungry and I don't want to do the hunt, I'm dead. I'm done. I'm toast. I have to always be on guard. I show up in the morning with them, and for the first 30 minutes of me being in the office, I'm working on mindset. How many of you guys were here 7:30 this morning? None of you, because I was the only one working on my mindset. Yeah, I trust me, I know. It was really dark in here. Nobody's here. And you know what? I'm not saying, you don't have a strong mindset for not here early in the morning, but the morning is a great time to do it. But look back in the process. Embrace it and love it. A couple of things now, application. How do you do this? The mind is a muscle. Training your mind like it's a muscle. If you don't do it, you will get weaker and weaker and weaker. What's the point of having a weak muscle, or what should you be afraid of? You will not be able to take it when it gets hard. It's just as simple as that. I had someone just as recently as Saturday. Saturday is the first of the month, when I love to call expired listings on Saturday, and the first one is the best day. And I had a guy just cuss me out, calling me the biggest loser. This was just a few days ago. Just a few days ago. I love it. You embrace it. But if your mindset is not strong, it will hurt you. And I'll be honest with you, there have been times where it hurt. It did. I'm telling you, it did hurt. One of the things that I used to do that I learned from my mentor, you guys can try this. I would go to appointments, and in order to go to appointments, just to get my mindset going, I do two things. Number one, listen to music. I'd get myself pumped up. I know this sounds, I don't know, kind of, oh, that's so cheesy. That doesn't really work. It really did work for me. It's either AC/DC or Tupac. Just listening to it in the car, I'm just getting myself pumped up. I really am for the appointment. The second thing was this. He actually told me this trick. Say, Richard, go to the ATM, pull out $500 and put it in your pocket. And while you're at the appointment, put your hand on the $500 bills. And I'm thinking in my mind, I might get an overdraft fee if I do that right now. I don't know if I have $500 in my pocket, but I did do that. And I remember there was an appointment that I went to the city of LA with. I was sitting in City Hall. We were working on a very big deal with the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, and I was sitting with 3 city attorneys there. And I thought, this is my second year in business, I would say. And I was a bit intimidated. I was like, well, I've got to talk to attorneys. These are people that know contracts, know the law. And my mentor said this, 2 things, Richard, you make more money than they do. Now, I don't know if I did, but he just said it to me. You make more money than they do. Put $500 in your pocket and you're just going to sit there and you're just going to rub that money. It does something to your mindset. Does something to your mindset. So we did, went through all of that, and it actually turned out right. We got a deal closed. Whatever you can find to help your mindset, to strengthen it, you got to do it. And there's 2 last things that I'll leave you with that I think are going to be really beneficial to help strengthen this muscle right here. Number 1, got to get the victim mindset out. The bigger the victim mindset is, the harder it is for you to have a stronger mindset. The harder it will be for you to go through all the difficulties, all the no's, the more you have a victim mindset. We heard a whole lot of victim mindset the last few months, didn't we? Last couple of years, perhaps, we heard a lot of victim mindset, interest rates, blah, 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 BRBC, all this stuff. And I think the better you are at training yourself to take out the victim mindset, take out the limiting beliefs, the stronger this muscle will be. And I've shared this story before. There's a province in India, and this was just so fascinating to me when I heard this. In India, this is how real estate works. Imagine if it was this way here. If someone owns a piece of land and someone else goes there and starts building their house on it, after it reaches a certain height, that land becomes theirs. So that landowner actually has to constantly check on his plot of land, make sure that no one's building. And if someone starts building, they've got to literally get a sledgehammer, start tearing it down before they lose that piece of land. Isn't that fascinating? I'd be building pretty fast if that was how real estate worked here, wouldn't it? But the point is this, that is our mindset. If you start letting in self-doubt, if you start letting in limiting beliefs, come into your mind and it gets to a certain point, you're not tearing it down constantly, it's going to take over your mind. It will take it over faster than you can realize it, and it'll be too late. The last thing is this: surrounding yourself around the right people. That also means eliminating the wrong people. I tell this to my son all the time. Perhaps you've told this to your own kids too. You hang around with dummies, what do you become? And here we are, sometimes we hang around dummies. I mean, you know, and I mean that in the sense of we surround ourselves with people that are not growth minded, that are not thinking of, you know, what can I, positive, what are the good things, how can I really do well in this business? Instead, we're surrounding ourselves around other people that'll complain just as much as we do, and that'll just listen to our. But now, let me say this: don't get me wrong, it's a tough business. Sometimes you just need to vent a little bit, and that's okay. We all go through that. One of the things I cannot stand are Facebook groups that invite me, and I don't know, it's some real estate facts or whatever, some kind of dumb Facebook group, and it's all complaining. People just complain. One day I just said, I'm getting rid of all this. The minute you hear somebody just complaining and you feel that seeping into you get out. Get out. Surround yourself around the positive people. And here I am. I'm complaining about the complainers, aren't I? I'm complaining that too many real estate agents complain. That's okay. That's okay. You can do that. Take down your limiting beliefs. Surround yourself with the right people. Start your day with the right mindset. Treat this thing like it's your most important muscle. I'm going to be teaching a class in 2 weeks on Thursday. I forget what the time it is. Doug's going to put that out soon. It's going to be the science of sales. It's going to be a high skill type of class on really learning how to handle objections, how to talk to people, how to get them to the appointment, and how to get them to the signing. It's going to be an important class, but you know what? A big part of that is also mindset. Having the mindset of a closer. I'm walking in, I'm closing. Thank you so much, guys, for your time.
Thank you, Richard.
Right on time.
Thank you, Richard. Great timing. We appreciate you. James, what do you have for us? James? All right. What do you have for us? You're fine. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be brief today. So whenever you're in a transaction, whether you're the listing agent or you're a buyer agent, when you're dealing with that agent, if you see him, you know, you had a good experience with him, why don't you try to recruit him to join us, you know? I know you might gonna say, I'm not good at recruiting. I don't know how to give a pitch to convince him to come to Keller Williams. Well, you don't need to do that. If you see he's a good fit, all you need to do is just tell Halley. She's the best at recruiting. She will know how to talk with him or her. So whenever you have a good experience with a listing agent or with a buyer agent, whatever side you're on, just pass that agent to Halley. That's what I want to tell you today. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Great. Thank you. All right, let's bring up our affiliate partners. Sarah. Yes, and Maricela. Come on up here. Happy Tuesday. What do you have for us?
So we actually have an update to our website. I know a lot of times people need net sheets outside of the office, so we have updated our website to show a net sheet option. So feel free to go on and play with it. I don't know if anyone has actually kind of gone through our website. Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to use it this weekend.
It just got updated today. Janet, you're the reason we updated it. So he just notified me this morning that it should be working now and all up to date. If it's not working for you, feel free to give me a call. Let me know. I'm happy to walk you through it. Again, if I'm here, I'm happy to always do your net sheets. Feel free to, reach out and happy to prep that for you. We have city applications also on our website, so feel free to look at that too if you're got a listing and you're not sure if that city has any requirements. It's on our website as well with information on contacts for the building and safety department or, resale inspectors, things like that, costs, fees, forms, all that's on there. Then also I wanted to introduce Maricela, if anyone doesn't know. She's our certified escrow officer and she wants to talk about her class coming up.
Hi, everyone. Some of you guys might know me, some of you guys don't. Maricela, I've been here for 7 years. I am teaching a class on Monday at 1:30. You guys are all more than welcome to come snack and learn with me from opening to close. If you guys, I'm going to be here. If you guys have any questions, I'm here at Pacific Coastline Escrow.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. Yes. It's
No,
gonna be
it'll be
here.
here.
But if you have any
Yeah.
questions about the class, I'm gonna be there. But yeah, or here you guys can ask me.
Come for escrow and snacks.
Yes,
Leslie was
yes,
excited about the snacks. Thank you,
Yay.
ladies, all very much. All right, what do you have for us? Fidelity.
Hey, good morning. Oh, good this afternoon. now.
Afternoon.
It's been one big blur because I go from meeting to meeting in the morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Couple quick updates. Since we're talking about classes, we're putting an email out today, so keep your eye out. In 2 weeks, that's on March 18th, following the meeting, we're going to be doing a class on the secrets of Fidelity Agent One. I know you guys have heard us talk about that app. It does all the net sheets. It has a ton of great calculators and marketing in there. So we're going to be going through ways on the best ways to use this to create conversations. Why? Because conversations create closings. Going through things like buy now, buy later, getting these clients off the fence, using equity reviews, all kinds of different things that exist in this app. We want you to feel comfortable in just using the little pieces of it and just creating those one-off conversations. There's so many tools in there for you. So mark your calendars for the 18th at 1:30 after the meeting. And Janet is the reason for a lot of things today. Got a couple calls and Janet was one of them just the other day. I thought, we need to put another reminder out. So we put a reminder out for all of those of you who come across anyone who has been in the military, whether they're currently in the military, retired or whatever. Fidelity National Title, we will honor their service and offer a 15% discount for them. Okay. So that would apply for properties that are single family, 1 to 4 units. That includes condominiums and things like that. We just need to get an email on writing from escrow or, let us know in writing, and then we'll have to proof it up with their ID or whatever. But just reach out to us if you have something coming your way and keep us in mind for that.
Awesome. Thank you. We also handed out a flyer on property profiles and prelims and what the difference is between these. We get this question a lot, like, when do I order both? I know this may seem like basic to some of you, but we want to remind you, please order your property profiles. Don't just rely on Realist, because we are seeing some mistakes on that. Get the full profile, find out what's against that property before you go on your listing appointment. Please take care of that. And then we can do a digital copy. And we also have a really nice bound hard copy that has tabs and all the information. And you can slip on your own cover page if you want to personalize and customize it even more. Agents really love those. So property profile. And then as soon as you have that listing, please order your prelim. Let's go through any items that need to be addressed. Sarah already left. I was going to try and say, Sarah, back me up here. We always talk to escrow about this with things that are like a surprise later, and we want to get this done early. So we just went over some of the differences. If you have any questions, let us know. We'd love to help.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mike.
Hello. Interest rates are pretty much stable compared to last week. We're really strong at the 6.5 point right now. The thing is perspective and mindset, right? Like October of 2023, interest rates were like 8%. So we're a whole 1.5% lower than that today. 1.5% lower than this would be 5%. That sounds like pretty amazing, right? But that 1.5% spread, that's huge. And that's something that, coming back to Richard's speech on that, it's all about mindset. And it all comes down to how we communicate that mindset to our clients. Right now is an absolutely amazing time to buy, now that rates have finally come down and are in a nice stable position here. So just keep reminding your clients, because I hear a lot of this, like, just on the phone with my clients or even the agents that I'm working with that are just like, yeah, these rates are just still so high. But you got to look at the monthly payments at these rates. They're so much better than they were even last year when my clients were looking around and getting quotes. So just check back in with your clients. And I don't mean the ones that you've been talking to over the last 90 days. I'm talking about any ones you've talked to over the past couple of years. Like if you're really serious about your CRM and you keep track of all this, you guys can go back through so many people that you've talked to over the last couple of years who said 7% or 7.5% was too high of an interest rate, because you're in a completely different situation these days. So just go back over the people that you've been talking to, and trust me, there's going to be some surprising conversations in there. And then also the other reason, or the other reason I'm up here 2 weeks in a row is because Alex needed me to cover, and I promised him that I was going to remind you guys about, I believe it's this Thursday, right?
The happy hour?
The happy hour. Yes. Alex has a happy hour March 6th at 5 p.m. on Thursday, sponsored by Alex. Alex and I are doing these happy hours. I think it's every other month now. And we're rotating on and off. So please go support. We love supporting you guys in this office. So please come on out and join him at
Join us at Marnie's.
Marnie's. Okay, I didn't know the name of it, but now
On
you know.
Thursday.
At
Thank
Marnie's.
you, Mike. Thank you very much. Good pitch. Appreciate you. Well, that kind of went into our events. Let's take a recap. Command Tech Trading with Doug. You get your contacts in Command and set them up with an email campaign with ease. That's happening this Thursday at 11 a.m. here at the office, in person and on Zoom. And Mike said so best. Marnie's is happening Thursday. Come and drink and mingle with us next door. We're going to have a good time. Staff's going to be there. We're excited to go have a little chill down and a little beverage. So let us know that you're coming. That way we've got a good head count and we can save enough spots. But it's literally just right across the bridge. So it should be easy for you guys. Very special. I set this one up. You do not want to miss this. Please mark your calendars for this Friday at 8 a.m. The amazing Molly DeMattos, who is the head of all of K-Score for Keller Williams. She's an amazing coach and business partner. I know she's out of a market center down south, and they have built a very, very profitable business for a very long time, her and her business partner. So you guys, she's going to be talking the whole 30 minutes about a really special presentation that she has about mindset and staying in activity. So make sure you hop on the Zoom. It's 8 a.m., really easy, about 30 minutes this Friday. Join me and Molly. It's going to be a blast. Lease listing agreement. If you guys have any lease listings coming up, you have questions about it, Simon's going to be reviewing that this Friday at 10:30 on Zoom. And that's it. Thank you guys very much. Thank you.